speaking with?
Oh, my goodness. My aunt is the one that called you, and I don't know if she is asleep yet or not. Hold on. I'm pretty sure she will want to talk to you. Hold on.
Okay.
She wants the show all the time. Can you hold on for 1 second? I have somebody on the other line.
Sure, go
and
ahead.
I just want to get rid of them. I'll be right back.
All right. Hey, everybody. Jonathan here. Welcome to the last leg of Arizona. Local time here is 7:33. We're down to 40 minutes available to drive. So we'll keep pulling over here real soon. Meantime, I thought I'd give this...
Hi, are you there?
Hello?
Okay, I'm going to give you to my Aunt Laura. Here she is.
Okay.
Hi, John.
Hello, who am I speaking with?
This is Laura Smith.
Laura Smith, good evening.
Good evening to you. I love your programs. I love your videos. I enjoy them immensely. I'm a retired carny, and I don't know how I discovered the first one, but it reminded me so much of being on the road. I think in one of them, you might have been going near or through Oak City, somewhere in Oklahoma, and we played a lot of those places there, a lot of the fairs there, and gosh, I said, this reminds me of being on the road. Well, that started, I was hooked on that one tape, on that one video, and I've been watching you ever since.
Oh boy, and you survived after all this time?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'd still be out there, but of course I'm retired now. I'm 74, so I had a pacemaker put in, so I can no longer travel. It's quite a strain. Even when you're younger, it's not an easy life.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was fun, but it reminded me so much. And I have to tell you, we had a 35-foot trailer, and we pulled it with a van, and we loved the truck stops because they had such wonderful food, and it was reasonable. Well, they didn't really care for carnies to park on their lots. I don't know why. But like if we lay dead for a week or 2 weeks, we didn't have another engagement, we would hop from truck stop to truck stop, and the truckers would hide our trailer between the trucks. So yeah, it was kind of a little game we played, but it was kind of fun.
Oh, hide and seek there, yeah.
Yeah. I just had to.
So retired, and how old did you say? 74?
74 now, yeah.
Yeah, you sound a little, still pretty perky.
Well, I guess I got a few miles left in me yet. But if it hadn't been for the pacemaker, it'd probably still be out there. But you got to call it quits sooner or later. And of course, a lot of the friends that we trapped. Pardon?
Want the light on?
No. A lot of people we worked with retired, and some of them died, and it was no longer the same without them, because we were all like one big family,
Yeah.
And things change, and you just have to call it quits after a while.
Now, what about kids and grandkids? I'm sure you got a whole bunch of them.
No, I never married. I'm an old maid.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah. No, I didn't. But I had plenty of them out there. It was kind of like adopted kids, I took care of everybody's kids when I, was on breaks and whatnot. So I didn't have any of my own, but I had plenty of other people's.
As they say, it's better to be adopted parents because it's a choice.
Right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
And I can't pass this up, not saying that even the Lord that said that it's better not to be married so you can devote your full time to the Lord and service.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I've done that too. So I've been very close to him. Well, I would say since my early 20s is when I first discovered him. And he's been a very close friend ever since. Faithful friend.
Lord and Savior, right?
Yes, indeed.
And well,
Yeah.
That's the most important thing in our life.
Right. But I have to tell you, I really respect you truckers, because I mean, that's not an easy life. It's kind of like being a carny, because you're trucking all over the country, and you're on the road a lot. But I really enjoyed the life on the road. I enjoyed travel, But like I say, I'd still be out there if my ticker wasn't so.
Now, what was your job in your?
I worked in ticket offices, and I gave breaks to different people and whatnot, and then when we got off the road in the winter season, I'd pick up, because I worked in costuming in wardrobe, and I'd pick up work from circus people, because we had a niece. She was an aerialist with the circus, so through her I was able to get a lot of work in the winter when we were off the road. And that's kind of what I did, to kind of survive. And then in the spring, we'd head back out on the road again like a bunch of gypsies.
Now, I take it you pretty much traveled all over the United States?
Oh, yeah. Mostly the eastern seaboard states, though. We did go, we like I say, we did Oak City, we did Dallas, we did the Midwest, places in the Midwest, but mostly in the eastern states. Of course, Dallas and Oak City they were wonderful. We played the fairs there, in the heavy season I think it would be in October, November. Dallas was like usually 17 days. Kind of long hauls, but we made good money back then, Now it's a rougher life. I don't think I could have really stuck it out, because people are getting kind of crazy out there, and you have riots, and you have,
I can't help but also to think about the laws are changing about homeschooling now. There's more states are banning homeschoolers, and I would imagine that homeschoolers are part of your profession.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, that's going to greatly affect that. So.
Yeah, because a lot of kids I didn't grow up in the business as a young kid, but most, many of them did. The kids lived their whole life out on the road, and they could be schooled that way, or they had to go to school even out there. Circuses, too, also have, they have their own teachers. They hire teachers that want to give it a whirl and see what the life is like. And it's a very interesting life, and you certainly meet some very interesting people. The old timers were the ones that I was, going way back, that had been in the business all their lives. They were so interesting to talk to. But you were saying something. I watched one of your videos tonight on how it's kind of a hit and miss. Being a trucker is kind of a hit and miss thing. You have your good times and your bad times financially. Carnival's the same way, and circus too. You make do real good, make good money on some spots, and then maybe on some of the others you lay dead, or you have bad weather, or you have what they call blowdowns. Especially in the tornado country, where you can ruin your stuff is ripped apart, and you got to start all over again. So, and then of course there's the expense, there's the insurance. Very high insurance.
Oh, I would imagine the insurance now
that eats up the money,
Yeah.
So, and I imagine that's the same thing true with if you own your own, if you're a trucker and you own your own equipment and all that, you have the same problem. But in the later years, because I quit, I think it was, let's see, what was it? 89 was my last season out. And a lot of the carnies, it was getting so expensive for them with insurance that if they did what they call short hops, like maybe 100 miles or whatnot, they'd get private truckers to carry their equipment across the country.
Yeah.
They were doing that a lot, because it was just the insurance and everything was eating up all the profits.
Now, here's my impression of a carnival and circus. you know, we see from the outside as a customer and kids, we see all the glamoring lights, the flickering lights, and
Yeah.
you know, we see bright lights, and but after a while, that really just drowns out. It becomes so monotonous and so, you know, even the shiniest of gold.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it says in the Bible, all that, what is it now? All that glitters is not gold, or something like that. There's a scripture about that. Something about, I can't think of the scripture.
I know what you're saying, and
and that's kind of true. It's not a glamorous life at all. It's work, and hard work at that. You know.
That's what I keep trying to tell people. If you're going to trucking because you think it's a glamorous job,
right?
Well, that glamour, that flickering light's gonna die within a couple months or a couple years.
Right.
You know, every job, no matter how exciting it is.
Right.
It's just another trip, another mile, and so
absolutely.
Yeah. So
I have to tell you also that I enjoy your trips on Goldie.
Yeah.
Because I used to, a lot of the guys used to have, a lot of our drivers just carried their own bikes with them.
Yeah.
And when we were on breaks or wherever we were, if we wanted to go into town or whatever, I'd, hop on the back of a bike and take her. It was quite exciting, I thought, Back then I was a lot younger.
Sure.
So I enjoy your rides on Goldie a lot. That's that brings it all back right there, because I don't know how you have your cameras hooked up, but it's like you're right there on the bike. It's fabulous.
I got it stuck on my helmet, and I've been going bananas where to mount it and how to mount it, and it's just nowhere else better than the helmet. And yeah.
And also, you're from Wisconsin, and so am I. I was born in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and then particularly when you go up to, Sheboygan and all the way up to way in the northern country, boy, does that bring back memories when we were young kids. Oh, my gosh.
Did you see my video going to Minocqua?
Yes, I saw that. I love that. Yeah. Boy, is that in the lake country up that way. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, but as soon as the sun went down, boy, the mosquitoes came out. Yeah.
Where are you at right now?
I am 13 miles east of the California state line in Arizona.
Oh, wow. Because I'm in Florida.
Oh, you're in Florida? Okay.
I had to retire to Florida. I couldn't take the winters anymore. Yeah.
Doesn't it get a little kind of muggy in summer?
Oh, today is horrible. Today it was 90 degrees, and I don't know what the humidity was. It was horrible.
But at least the air conditioning helps, right?
Oh, you can't live without it,
Yeah.
But the winters are nice, I wish they lasted a little longer.
Now, any brothers and sisters?
I have two brothers living and one sister. They're all older than I am.
Now, where were you born, Laura?
Kenosha. Right? Kenosha, Wisconsin.
You were born in Kenosha. Now, when did you leave Kenosha?
Oh, my God. I believe it was late 60s, early 70s, something like that.
Oh, okay. So how old were you when you left Kenosha?
Oh, let's see. I must have been in my early 30s, maybe.
Oh, so you were pretty a good-sized adult already then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now I gotta ask you this: do they have brats back then?
They have what?
Did they have bratwurst way back then?
I'm not. You're breaking up. I'm not getting that word.
Okay, bratwurst. Bratwurst.
Bratwurst. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's still a religion in especially in Sheboygan.
Oh yeah, well they used to make it. They used to cook it in beer or something like
Yeah,
that.
I still do. I still do.
The alcohol burns off, of course.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, I still do. I find it a lot easier to cook it in beer. Otherwise, it all flames up, and I always overcook it, and it comes out burn and raw.
Oh yeah. I watched that too. Your cookout. I've watched all of those. You know, I go over them if I miss one, I go back because I subscribe to your videos. You know.
Okay.
So I check some of them I miss, and I go back and I rewatch them. But that one you made going through where was it? Not Colorado. I think there was one in Colorado, and the other one. What's the desert state?
Arizona, New Mexico.
Arizona. That was fantastic. That was because I've never been through Arizona. That one of the mountains and the way the sun was setting and all. That one is. I think that's one of the best as far as scenery, because I've never had a chance to go that far west to the West Coast. We were booked to play Denver, and I forget what happened. Something happened when we never went. We never went as far as the West Coast, though, and I wish I had been able to see all of that. I regret that that I didn't get a chance to go to the West Coast and see the Pacific Ocean.
Well, right as you see this video right now, I'm actually looking at the Arizona sunset. So
it's gorgeous.
You're gonna see the sunset when you watch this video. So.
I'll be up in the morning watching all of them. Yeah. Well, I sure appreciate your calling me, Johnny.
Well, Laura, you're a very pleasant person to talk to.
Well, I enjoy your program very, very much, and is this live now, being broadcast?
Yes, well, it's not live, but it's recorded, so.
Okay, well, I'll watch it.
Yeah. So, anybody on YouTube you want to say hello to?
Well, just everybody in general. If there's any old retired Connies out there, hey.
Yeah. I'd like to ask you, any suggestions, any criticism, what I can improve on or not do in my videos? I'm always searching for better ideas, and especially with level-headed people out there like you. So.
Well, no criticism whatsoever, because I think it's very interesting that, but I wish more people, some other retired carnies or circus people or old show folks would maybe call in, because I think they'd get a kick out of it too, and it brings back a lot of memories. Like I say, you cover a lot of ground where many of us have traveled, except the mountains. We couldn't ever go through the mountains with all of our trucks and things because they're too heavy.
Yeah.
You had to go a roundabout way. We had to take the flatlands.
Yeah.
But I can tell when you're climbing. I can hear it, that sound comes back. It's not that I can hear the gears changing, but like when you're going out west on the way to California, I can tell when you're starting to climb, the higher altitude. You can tell that's very familiar sound. I have been to Colorado, but not with when I was on the road. It was, I think it was with one of my brothers and my sister. We went out one time because she lived out there. So I did get to see Colorado, but gosh, some of the places you go in California are just fascinating.
Well, Laura, would you mind if I keep your number, and could I call you?
Of course, yeah.
You got my number. Call me and leave me a message, and I'll call you back. And
sure will.
I'd like to keep in touch with you.
All righty. All right. Will do.
Laura Smith, thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you, Johnny. Appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So anyway, Laura, the sunset here is, well, almost not visible anymore, but anyway, we'll catch you guys later. Have a good and godly day. Laura, thank you very much. Have a good and godly evening, Laura. Peace.